I brought you into this world and I can take you out of it. Because I said so. And it's a school night and it's time to go to bed. Despite the fake threats, logical fallacies, and frustrating bedtimes implemented on me as a high schooler, my mom is one of the most important people in my life. She's an amazing person who has had an enormous impact on me in a number of ways. Before you hear about the impact she's had on me though, you need to know a little bit of background info. My mom, Caroline Nicole, now Martin, was born in Barboursville, West Virginia on July 2nd, 1963. My mom was born to Bob and Janice Cole. They are both hardworking, honest, and respectable people. My grandfather worked for Columbia Gas for a number of years, and my grandmother was an elementary school teacher. My grandfather has 7 brothers and sisters, and so my mom had a lot of cousins growing up. She met my dad on a blind date while she was at nursing school and he was in med school in Morgantown, West Virginia. My mom has one younger brother, his name is Scott Cole, and he works as an insurance claims adjuster for Kentucky Farm Bureau. My mom works as a nurse and lactation consultant at Georgetown Community Hospital, and she has also taught nursing at Cardinal Rehab in Lexington. So I don't think I've told this story many times, but it's the only reason why I'm standing here before you. So I have one brother who's 7 years older than me. However, we weren't supposed to be the only 2 kids. In between me and my brother, my mom had 2 miscarriages, and the doctors told her that she wasn't supposed to have any more children. But soon after that, my mom found out she was pregnant again, and the doctors told her that I was at high risk of having Down syndrome, but she carried me through term. So I don't know how many of you are familiar with the story of Hannah and Samuel in the Old Testament, but it's kind of the reason why I'm named Samuel. So Hannah was childless because God had closed her womb, and so she went to the temple one day to pray to God to give her a child. And so Elijah saw her and he told her that she would have a child. And so my mom repeatedly told me that's why I'm named this. So over the years, I've learned many things from my mom. One of the major things I've learned is to never give up and to never quit. When I was in elementary and middle school, I didn't want to play the piano anymore. I'd played for many of years and was sick and tired of practicing and playing. I wanted to quit, yet my mom didn't let me. She would always make me sit on the piano bench until I had practice, and then she would threaten me into paying me for my own lessons if I didn't practice. Now I am thankful for her coercing me into practicing, because without that, I would not be the same musician that I am today. In middle school, my parents and I didn't really get along. We'd have fights almost every night, and my brother had just moved to college, so it felt like all their attention, whether that be good or bad, was focused on me. It got so bad that at one point we went to family counseling, and then we saw him for about a year, and his advice was extremely helpful, and it helped our relationship immensely. This again taught me that no matter how hard a relationship gets, or a situation, you should never give up and always strive to see it finished. My mom also loves politics like me, and she always has some form of political commentator on. So when I was a young kid, every day I would come home and I'd get my Legos and I'd start playing with my Legos in the living room. And so she would always have Fox News on in the background. So after years of listening to Bret Baier, Sean Hannity, Britt Hume, and my personal favorite, Charles Krauthammer, it's only fitting that I would love politics as much as I do. So all of you know where I'm going to college, and all of you love to roast me for it. However, you didn't see all the work that went into behind the scenes that she helped me with in the application process. From taking to get my fingerprints scanned and mailed, to scanning my birth certificate, and to helping me with my background check. My mom has been immensely helpful in getting me through the application process. Without her, I know I couldn't have done it. And even though West Point wasn't her first, or second, or top 50 pick, I know I couldn't have done it without her. She encouraged me through all of it, and she has helped me in so many ways. I don't know what it's like to send a child off to college, much less a military college, and I don't think I want to, but despite that, she has encouraged me in so many ways to pursue my dreams and goals. Lastly, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for driving me to countless baseball games and practices, track meets, piano lessons, and recitals, and having to hear me stumble my way through the piano at home. Thank you for encouraging me to be the best person I could possibly be, for holding me accountable, and for having the courage to stand up for what you believe in, no matter if you are alone in your beliefs. In conclusion, I just want to say thank you for having such a large impact on my life. I will not be the same person I am today without your impact or influence on me. And I know I don't say it often enough, but I love you and I'm going to miss you next year.